What's up, everybody? I want to welcome each and every one of y'all, all my superhero fans out there, all my Marvel, DC lovers and haters. I got two big superhero fans with me here today, and we're going to talk and we're going to do our own review on WandaVision, the new show on Disney Plus. Real quick, I just want to break this down. Scarlet Witch is Wanda, for those who don't know. She has a brother, Quicksilver, who died in Ultron, Avengers. She's super powerful. She could have damn near beat Thanos by herself if she was given
Agreed.
the correct opportunity. I want to introduce our guest. We have Ray Rock from Ray's podcast in the building, who I was on his podcast as a guest, and we saw that we had a mutual understanding of comic books and superheroes and all that good stuff. My man Tracy right here. Tracy is also a big avid fan of superheroes and is welcome to the discussion.
All right, this is gonna be fun. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, appreciate you having me, man. I'm gonna have a blast with this. I remember, we were about to have another side conversation while recording the show for the podcast on my podcast.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm so glad you were telling me about this. Yeah.
Spoiler alert for those who haven't seen the show. We throw that out there. So if you don't want to know anything, don't watch any more of this, but follow us on social media. First off, I want to apologize for how busy that is and this is.
Yo, I don't care. That shirt is absolutely amazing.
All the characters on there, cuz RIP, rest in peace to the man. He created all this.
Yeah.
Let's talk first about what is your opinion about the show so far, real quick.
So I just rewatched it this morning just to make certain that I got all my P's and Q's for this.
I like how prepared you are. I like that.
I had to because I know Ray from our previous work, but I like the feel. The first episode gave me definitely I Love Lucy vibes off of it. I was like, all right, cool, classic episode, and then it started to do that tonal shift that I expected from Wanda. Yeah, I was like, all right, stuff's starting to get a little creepy, a little weird. It's not making sense. It almost made me uncomfortable because I'm like, I know something's up, but at the same time, I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm not gonna look away. This is fine. Let's see where we're going from here. Because anytime I watch anything, I usually give it its like first 2-3 episode love until I'm like, all right, I'm either gonna continue or I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off.
All right, Ray.
First impression that it's amazing. Well, the first impression was that it was amazing. Then it got amazing because, like everyone else, when the show was proposed, everyone was confused. The generic Marvel, fan only sees the big motion pictures, and they don't really know some of the smaller stories. So I was entrenched. I was definitely entrenched into all the, the advertisement and all the social media posts, and I saw all the comments where people were just kind of like dogging the show without even seeing it, being like, "What's this about? We don't. Why are they even doing this?" Blah blah blah. You had a lot of doubt into it, but then, you have to kind of look at the show from a bigger picture of what it's setting up. Like what this show is setting up and what it's leading into. So the first 2 episodes was if you weren't a fan of Marvel and weren't a fan of and seen all the previous shows, you weren't gonna know really what's going on. You're gonna be kind of confused. But the first 2 episodes, there was a fan, and then it just cranked up. It was just like the pedal to the metal all the way to episode 4. And it was just like
it got creepy. It got creepy and dark
real fast. I was like, whoa.
All right, so my first impression, it had me. I was intrigued from the beginning. I was questioning it, but I have a million questions. I think it's done very well. And sometimes shows, which I'm not a fan of sometimes because I feel like the story is dragged out too long. I want a 2-3 hour movie, beginning, middle, and end, and let's wrap it up. So shows can get on my nerves, but I do appreciate shows because I feel like actors can really get into their characters a lot more when they're on the show. So I am looking forward to seeing more of it. Let's talk about Easter eggs. Let's talk about what you've heard. Let's talk rumors, and let's just get straight into it.
So a couple of Easter eggs that I noticed, and I'll try to go in chronological order per episode. I remember when I did the magic trick, where they had Monica Rambeau first appear out of that casket. What that nobody really saw was the fact that the casket, the logo on there was the Captain Marvel or the Spectrum costume logo that she wears. I remember it being like some kind of like lightning bolt. No, it was like a star, and it kind of like a ray of star, bright light, something like that, coming from the casket.
Right.
So you know that she's going to be, as you said, Captain Marvel. There's also rumors that she's going to become like Spectrum and even Photon, which was the nickname of her mother. The beautiful thing about this whole MCU is that they can kind of take it wherever they want. You know what I'm saying? Like, it kind of leaves us a mystery of which way they're going to go. So then a couple of things I noticed was when she had the twins, when she had the babies, and the stork. So we know that she's not by herself in this town, like working as far as mind controlling everybody by herself. We know that there's at least another witch, which I think is Agnes. Like, she was trying to push them to have this baby. Like, if you'll remember, she was trying to set the mood on the night that they had the couple to come in for the dinner. Remember, she kept trying to insinuate them to be romantic and this and that. Yeah. So I'm thinking that she's probably going to be another witch, Agnes, and then also playing a part with Mephisto, which I'm starting to think might be Dottie, the blonde chick that cut her hair. I remember you telling me there's the only two characters when they had the
chart with all the people.
Yeah. Those are the only two that are not on there. Those two. Dottie, the blonde lady that cut her hand, and then Agnes. So and then you remember you telling me about the character Mephisto being a character with no sex, as far as could be either a man or a woman.
Yeah. He's almost like So the devil in many ways is portrayed as a no-sex person. In the movie Passions of Christ and in the Bible, I've heard that the devil is portrayed as somebody who can pass for a male or a female, and Mephisto, I've heard, is also portrayed that way. Now, these other witches and Mephisto, what is their goal? For her to have these two children so then they can control them? And because my thing is, like, is she doing this because she misses Vision so much? She is so sad that she wants to create a world where she finally got to have what she wanted, a family with Vision.
Right. So I want to interject with one thing that I think might be somewhat plausible and also somewhat a little far-fetched. So since we know, due to the cast list that they do have for Doctor Strange's Multiverse of Madness, could Agnes actually end up being Nightmare, who's the villain in that movie, which ties that into WandaVision's story? Because I don't know if y'all know this, but Nightmare he is a cosmic entity or an ethereal demon, whichever one you prefer to use.
I like that. A what? What'd you say, Tracy?
An ethereal demon.
I knew I was gonna like you, Tracy. Ethereal demon.
Yeah. So the way his powers work, or the way he's manifested, he kind of lives off in the same realm that Dormammu does. As a matter of fact, Dormammu was his teacher. So after he already lost to that whole time loop situation, it's guaranteed that he's going to want to try and get back in some way. And since we both know that they both have some form of magic, and Scarlet Witch is one of the strongest witches in that universe, the only other way to get to her is in that controlled bubble that they live in. So that's what I'm leaning towards, because they already said that she's going to be in Doctor Strange's film. So I feel like he could probably just like pop in and be like, oh, hey.
Do you guys remember who played Quicksilver in Fox's X-Men Mutants? That guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Evan Peters is in the leaked footage for season 2. So here's my thing. So, because Marvel's about to piss me off.
Oh, no.
You cannot take that Quicksilver, in my opinion, and make him the Quicksilver that's related to Wanda. Not in this universe.
No.
What I'm reading is that Marvel might be trying to play with time travel, interdimensions, and maybe they're saying that, this is her brother, but from another dimension. It is Quicksilver, but from that. And I'm just like, no. But then I'm hearing that this guy, Pete, he's been playing a lot of bad guys recently in American Horror Story and stuff. If you follow him, he's a really good actor. And they're saying that he might be Mephisto.
Oh, wow.
All right, that would be a fun twist.
I think that would be a fun twist. Now, some people are just saying it's just a cameo. It's just an Easter egg. They're just playing with you because they brought in the character who played Quicksilver on something else just to be fun. Other people are arguing that that's going to be our Quicksilver. And then the third option is that he's Mephisto.
Yeah. Interesting that you said that, because just today I looked up WandaVision cast and look who's on there. That's crazy.
The Asian actor, Randall Park. I like that guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's super funny.
Did you notice this card trick that he did? That he got that Ant-Man taught him?
Yeah.
That was a little
I know they pointed that out, right?
Ant-Man.
As soon as he walked up, he did it. He did that card trick.
On top of what we're already talking about here, for example, with Wanda handing him the meat tenderizer as if it was Mjolnir, I thought that was pretty funny. I was like, because he's worthy. I was like, that makes sense.
Oh,
yeah, that was funny.
I was like, that's smart.
I was creeped out when you saw him dead for a second.
Yo, like, that really took me off.
Yeah, I'm so glad that they added that element of that creepiness into the show. It was amazing.
And that's what I expect, because Wanda does not have a normal background. So
she's created imagine like a dead person, and you're just playing them around as a puppet.
Yeah, these episodes got me hooked. Like, I'm not gonna lie, those first 2 episodes I was kind of like taken aback by it, because I'm so used to the cinematic version of Marvel. Like, I honestly, I'm gonna lie, full disclosure, just started Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because I was so like against television shows, because as you said earlier, like the CW, the Arrowverse in general, they took over the TV series game. So I was like, all right, cool. Yeah, they know how to do this. They do it well. They understand the pacing, their timing, and all this stuff. Then I watched the first episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I was like, wait, so Coulson's not it? You had me sad in the movie theater for this man, and he's like, oh yeah, just a flesh wound.
Yeah, no, but that's what Marvel does for me. When I argue Marvel and DC, Marvel movies have no risk. Nobody's actually ever going to get hurt, and you never really feel the impact of loss. DC movies, on the other hand, I think they do that better. They actually have risk in their movies. You actually feel like, oh, somebody's gonna die.
Did you guys hear Elizabeth Olsen's what she said recently? That there will be a massive cameo on the same level as Luke Skywalker in The Mandalorian. Did you hear her say that? She actually said this.
The rumor is that it's Robert Downey Jr.
That would be something.
That's what I read. Yeah. That's what I read. I don't know, but for what purpose though? For what? To like in a sequence, in a dream sequence in her mind or something, or what?
Yeah, that would probably prove that it's like a dreamscape. So, like she just made up this world.
I really don't think he could ever get on the same level, like a massive cameo as Luke Skywalker. But there are a couple of other mentions out there. I think they threw the name Magneto out, her father.
Yeah.
As being somebody that's going to pop up. I think we all know that Doctor Strange is going to be there, so that's definitely not a surprise.
No, absolutely, yeah.
But Magneto, it's possible. There's also Wolverine being possible. Wolverine is technically not dead yet.
I'm excited I'm excited that this is going to open the door for X-Men. Ray, you were telling me that in the one scene in the hallway, Monica's walking.
Yeah. So, and then there was the acting director, Tyler Hayward. And while they're walking in, he's briefing her on everything that's going on with SWORD, that during the blimp, they had lost some astronauts.
Yeah.
So it's possible that that's going to be the Fantastic Four, which will probably, I could see them being introduced in Thor, but
I could see that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I could see Wanda and this whole scenario going on, opening the door for X-Men to come in. So I mean, it's gonna happen eventually. We've been thinking about Phase 4 of Marvel.
I mean, if you don't release the Fantastic Four in Phase 4, missed opportunity. That's just a missed opportunity.
Absolutely. Yes, that absolutely makes 100% sense. It just makes. So let me ask you guys: is there anything you don't like about it?
The pacing, I guess that would have to be for me. I feel like it's like after I watch those episodes, I feel like it's trying to like piece things together. Like it's trying to like spoon feed you information versus you figuring it out on your own. Like the thing with the radio, for instance, when the agent tried to speak with him because Darcy told him what was going on. Right. Like, we watched the episode and we already knew something was up and something was funky, but why did we need to see the other side of that conversation? Like, we can't tell something's not right. I'm like, I would rather them like hold that for a little bit. Like when she figured out the end of the episode, where it was like a time cut or a split, where she's like, something happened in between that time and now, because you can't just cut there. I was like, just leave that open ended. Because that's one of the beautiful things about, at least what one of my friends told me, the theater of the mind makes up a lot more than what you end up receiving. So if you just leave something open-ended, so many conversations can happen. Like, oh, they'll be like, so, well, she did this, or so-and-so did that, or Vision's actually alive because still the mind stuff. Just random effects that they could have been left open to us. And then at the end be like, boom, big reveal. But no, you just going to give me the reveal now. Great.
This just in. So my son just sent me this.
Ooh.
Okay, so those are Wanda's kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So here's what he's saying. Quicksilver, Evan, isn't recasted as Quicksilver. He's going to be recasted as the kid.
Is either Billy or Tommy.
Yeah, who's the speedster? Who's the speed? Yeah, as Speed.
His name is Wiccan and Speed.
Yes, he might be.
Yeah, that is Wiccan and Speed. That's gonna be cool.
Cause look, the toys are out.
Whoa.
My son just dropped a bomb on us. Boom, boom.
Huge bomb. Yeah, I was not prepared for that.
My thing is, wow. I will take him being Speed. I'll take him being Mephisto, but I do not want him as Quicksilver.
Yeah, I agree.
Quicksilver is dead. He's dead.
Yes.
Like, he's dead. Marvel, please stick to it. You want to bring him from another dimension? Okay. But that one died. Ultron killed him. Please, keep some risk in your movies. Stop bringing back every dead person. You bring back Iron Man, I give up. If Robert Downey Jr. comes back, I quit.
That's it. That's the straw that's gonna break the camel's back right
Absolutely.
there.
I'm sticking with DC, even though they're giving me DC gives me a headache every other day with the mistakes they make. But
that nightmare thing is starting to look more and more on top of things, because Wiccan actually does fight Nightmare in one of the comics. I need to double check which one. But
one of the sons fights.
Yes, because Wiccan has mystical powers, so he works with Strange and everyone else. So that has to play a key part, because Nightmare is one of his villains.
Can you guys explain to me how Wanda is giving birth to children? Is this like an immaculate conception or something? I'm super confused. How is she giving birth? Like, Vision is still a robot, right? Like, they might have had sex, but he's still a machine. Like.
And a dead machine at that.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm not saying they probably. Okay, so let's say he's a machine that can impregnate humans, right? They had sex before he died. Maybe. Fair. I don't know what's going on here. So did they have sex?
Here's the thing, though. Here's what I think that works. So yes, he is an android technically, but he also has the Mind Stone, which allows you to project or
bend reality and do other stuff, right?
Exactly. It allows you to do things as long as you have the mind to use. I would
feel like the kid would have to be like half humanoid, half android. Like, they would have to. Like, why isn't anybody like a machine like that? Like, she gives birth to 2 human children with Vision? I'm confused. I got questions there. I have questions there.
Absolutely.
I'm not sure what's going on.
And that's the beauty of being a comic book fan. There's always questions.
All right, so
that's all I got for them.
Anything else we want to say?
I just have one thing. Feige, you've been doing well so far. Don't drop the ball at the 1 yard line, my man. That's all I need.
Don't drop the ball.
Real quick, just speaking of dropping the ball on the 1 yard line, I just wanted to bring to both of y'all's attention that both of you guys are Steelers fans. I didn't know.
Tracy, you're a Steelers fan?
Don't start with me. All right. I've been upset about that for a while. All right. Cruz, if you would have saw my Instagram story, you would have saw I was livid.
Yeah, no,
that.
I turned the TV off, Tracy,
I was
because
mad.
I couldn't take it. I had to turn the TV off. But that's okay. I don't know why Rock's bringing up old stuff like that.
No, you know what? I can't. No, this is just just focus on the future.
I'll leave. Oh, look, it's signed by actual players. Look at that. Okay,
look
cool.
at that.
Look at that. All right, so I will say overall, I'm gonna give the show WandaVision as of right now 8 out of 10. If we were going 10 stars, I'm gonna give it 8 out of 10 as of right now.
I can agree with that. That's a solid rating.
I'll give it 8 out of 10. All right, so let's jump into the highly anticipated. People said it would never happen. It didn't exist. This has been a 2-3 year fight for Zack Snyder fans, a cry for this movie to finally be released.
So before we get in deep to the Snyder Cut, which is Justice League, which I'm super pumped up about, I have been upset with the DCEU. I can't believe that's what they have to use for their entire thing, but it's been one bumpy ride. I love Man of Steel. Thought that was great. Batman v Superman, I have like a love-hate relationship with it.
Me too, Tracy. Me too. I'm exactly
Wonder
the same
Woman,
with you.
I love.
Yep.
Wonder Woman, solid. However, Wonder Woman 84 though, that was not. I did not like that at all.
Overall, I did enjoy it, and I know a lot of people did not.
Yeah, I'm on the did not list, but all in all, for Snyder's movie, I'm looking forward to it because Joss Whedon essentially tried to make it a Marvel's movie. You know, it was bright. There was funny stuff all over the place. DC has built darkness. They are all around dark themes.
Absolutely.
You know, consequences and costs. Don't come in and make a lighthearted film. Yes, Barry Allen is funny. That's who he is. He's the fastest man alive. Well, Wally West is the fastest man alive, but we're not going to get into that because they ain't going to bring him up.
I agree with you. Justice League was a hot mess. It was the biggest disappointment. I love Man of Steel. Batman versus Superman, my complaint is the whole movie could have been about Batman and Superman's fight. It did not need Doomsday in it. A good movie, but love and hate. I think like they had too much in it and whatever. Like Superman dying and then the dirt raising at the end of the cutscene. And then, so if he's alive, why did he need to be shocked by the rest of the team in that water and the mothership? Like, what?
Dude, I'm like, did no one read the Return of Superman comic book, guys? This could have been done easy. If you were gonna make a Justice League movie, just copy the theme from Return of Superman because that's what it came back as, and just give him the dark suit. Sure, this is a bright movie, Superman returns, blah blah blah, yada yada.
Right.
People wanted to see the dark suited Superman. They wanted that black suit. I wanted that black suit.
Everybody wanted to see that. Everybody. I would have took Superman with a mullet. Okay. As long as the black suit was on. Okay. I would have took Superman with a mullet because once you let Zack start his vision, let him finish it. You bring in Josh Whedon, he starts reshooting all this crap, makes Batman a big, soft-hearted wussy. Just like Justice League was I pushed myself to like it because I finally got Wonder Woman, Batman, Aquaman, and Superman on screen together. It was just like I wanted to love it.
And not animated.
Their animation is on point.
I've not seen a single DC animated film that I didn't like.
That you didn't like because they're that good. Absolutely.
Gold. I think my favorite, if I had to put them in a list, is Batman Under the Red Hood. That is just, so well. Justice League Doom and War. Both of those was fun. I really
Doom and War. I like Doom and War. And then the list goes on and on. DC does animation movies very well. You think to yourself, there is risk. People could die, and you're going to have to deal with, like, loss, like actual loss. You know what I mean? You take it more serious.
And they went full throttle with the Killing Joke, boy. That was...
Again, Joss Whedon comes in. He makes changes. Warner Brothers is scared. They can't compete with Marvel. They don't know who they are. Are they too dark? They're trying to lighten it up. So this whole wishy-washy attitude of the, it showed in the movies. Look what they did to Suicide Squad, right? Like the original where Joker was the bad guy and they fought parademons would have brought this whole thing together. But I'm super excited. Shout out to HBO Max for funding it. And shout outs to the hashtag release the Zack Snyder's Cut movement.
I had to explain that to a buddy of mine because I do have friends that aren't into this sort of thing, so they didn't understand why everybody was upset. But he is a huge fan of Avatar: The Last Airbender, so I knew how to fix this problem.
Right. Exactly.
I was like,
oh God,
you know how you feel about the last Airbender movie? He's like, yep, that's what Justice League is to us. He was like, I am so sorry.
Right. So I'm so sorry for this disappointment. I did hear rumors that, again, spoilers, that Aquaman and Wonder Woman do not survive. And Mira takes Aquaman's spot in the Justice League for like the next phase of the arc. Now I'm also hearing rumors that because of these changes, and if that actually happens, that HBO is gonna let him finish the arc. But I don't know if that seems realistic. Cyborg, Ray Fisher had those legal issues with them that I'm hearing now that they're not asking him to come back for any future Cyborg films.
That's tough.
But I can't wait to see, all the extra scenes that were in this original Snyder Cut with Cyborg, and just more of his storyline. A lot of times this stuff, they're just rumors. And if not, I'm gonna be disappointed because they're gonna give us this, and then that's it.
Yeah, I think it's just gonna really come down to the turnout of the movie and how it's received and how good it is. If it's good and it's award winning, I think they'll come out with some more.
And I've read like countless articles of what the original plot for Zack Snyder. Superman turns bad. They travel back in time to stop that. And then in the end of the arc, Batman is the only superhero who dies.
And I would have been okay with that. Back when they were talking about these movies, like I was prepared. I was like, all right, cool. This is going to be fun because, they were talking about, Justice League's going to have a part 1, 2, and 3. I was like, oh, dang, that's going to be nice. And then I'm like, no, you're only getting one movie. And it's going to be 2 hour and 45 minutes.
Right. Wait, how long they say this Zack Snyder version is?
Yeah, 240 minutes. Yeah. It's so long it had to be cut to a miniseries.
Rated R. Darkseid looks crazy.
Yeah, and I remember I was talking about that picture he posted of Joker and what was going to do with that whole character. And
that's right.
I'm looking at the cast list now. They have Jared Leto on top bill for these.
Here's my thing, okay? Jared Leto is this Joker in this universe is covered in tattoos. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
The picture that Zack Snyder just released of the Joker, some people are arguing it's the Nightmare sequence Joker, so this is years later maybe, right? So he's a lot older. But from the picture that I see, that looks like a bald, long-haired Joker with no tattoos. And my only explanation for him not having face tattoos when he's covered in tattoos, maybe he cut his face off and he did the whole pin his, remember how he pinned his skin back on? I don't know what the hell they're doing.
So that ought to be fun because they did that in Gotham too.
I'm excited to see Jared Leto play the Joker because I do feel that he's a great actor and I like that version of the Joker. Suicide Squad didn't do it any justice, took out way too many parts. Sure. Like, what the hell were those things with the bubbles at the end, like those little creatures? Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, and it was one of the highest grossing movies in the DCE as well.
That's because of the cast and like the lineup and the hype for it. I think this new version looks a lot more fun.
Yeah, I'm actually glad they let him do this one with all that was going on with him. Let James Gunn make it. He knows what he's doing.
So WandaVision on Disney Plus, y'all go check it out. Zack Snyder's Justice League will be dropping on HBO Max on March 18th. Again, my name is Jay Cruz. Catch me on CW. That's my man Ray from Ray's podcast. Make sure you check him out. And my man Tracy right there, the super knowledgeable comic nerd such as myself and Ray.
Yeah.
Look at that mug. Look at that mug. Look at that mug. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all time. Yeah, look at that. Till next time. We cruising.
All right.